Hopefully, I am back. I just need to send this out to Facebook and Twitter, and hopefully, then we can go back to where we were. I've moved downstairs, so that's why we've got a shocking angle. But let me just try and get this sorted. First, 1 second. Hello, welcome. I mean, if you're watching, then that means at least you know that I'm live. I'm going to share this out to Twitter and Facebook and get the people joining. But I hope everyone's well. Hopefully this Wi-Fi flipping behaves. And of course, whenever the Wi-Fi misbehaves, Chelsea go and score. So, glad I was there to see that goal. But yes, thank you for joining me earlier on. And hopefully it works now. I'm just going to put this up on Facebook 1 second. But I hope everyone's doing well. Hopefully we can get through this without any hitches. That would be 10 out of 10. Sorry, I'm just sorting this out first. I wasn't really sure how to do this live, but here we are. We're learning the YouTube game slowly and surely. Realistically, actually, Chelsea should sort of be 2-0 up. Everybody's favorite German footballer, Timo Werner, should have scored, or goal should have been given at least. But yes, here we are. Hopefully we'll get a better quality stream now than the crap that happened before. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully you can all that sort of good stuff. And should be ready to go now. Put in the chat if you can hear me okay. If yes, Sam, thank you. Our Wi-Fi has restored itself. We're alive. Me, Andrew, and Sam. Peter, our housemate's currently home. He got vaccinated today, so big up Peter Beacom. Get the vaccine. We all love to see it. But me, Sam, and Andrew in the house, and as I was complaining about the Wi-Fi, so were they. So, we're going through the struggle together, F in the chat for the rep the Wi-Fi dream. But hopefully now for this half, as I hog the living room, we will get a wee bit of bit of sports watch. We're going to be enjoying, have a good time. A really good first half. Just to sort of chat through what was going on. It was a really, really good first half. Chelsea played some really good stuff. Liverpool, not less so, but Liverpool weren't really as productive as Liverpool, or as Chelsea. Sorry, but Chelsea played well. No, look. Oh no, sorry. Our Wi-Fi had a bit of a stinker there, so that was the problem. But yes, I'm back. And if you're concerned for my safety, I'm okay. Just the Wi-Fi was bigly damaged, and but yeah, so we're back live. So there's no stresses, and I can sort of look at the camera and it's all good. But I do need to find some better place to rest the camera, because I'm not going to be holding this to block the screen. That's not really ideal. Unless I put it on this here. I hope everybody's well. You can see into our kitchen there. Hello, kitchen. So yeah, you're not joining me in the sofa downstairs. I've still got my nuts. I've still got my student brand Fanta, which you do love to see. But let's talk through the half, right? Liverpool had the first shot after about 7 minutes, which was, I think, the only really, well, from what I saw, I missed the last 5 minutes of the half, but from what I saw, Liverpool 2 chances. Mane missed a sitter, and Trent missed a chance at the start, and then Chelsea had a disallowed goal, which really shouldn't have been disallowed, because apparently when you point now, that's disallowed. And then Chelsea scored I just about caught that. Mason Mount scored an excellent goal. Did his celebration, which you also love to see. And we're 1-0 at half time. Chelsea are the side who are looking more likely to score. My hair is on point, Sam. You know, you could come downstairs and brush it for me if you want. No, don't. Please don't. It's a nightmare. It's really quite bad. I was saying earlier on, I ran out of hair gel. Tesco didn't have any left. So hopefully, I might need to go to Tesco tomorrow and find if there's any left. But that would kind of be ideal. I've just realised this angle really pretty exposes the double chin, which is quite sad. Lockdown getting the best of me. No, not to flex or anything, but I've walked between Monday and Thursday. I've walked 17 miles. So, like, you know, not bad. Not bad for a silly boy. So it's been, it's a decent enough week. Just walking, working and stuff. Keeping the pages updated. I was going to record a video last night, and then I decided that the United Palace game was so boring that it would be pointless. To to record a video because nothing happened. I think United didn't manage a shot after the 27th minute. I might be wrong there. I just know whenever I stopped watching after 70 minutes, United hadn't had a shot since the 27th minute. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to fill an 8-minute video here on this game. That's honestly been one of the worst things I've ever watched. So there was no point. There was no point doing a video on that. But I think we're back okay. I think this is working far better now. Not this angle. This is shocking. I need to work this out better. But we've got an advertisement for the Manchester Derby this Sunday, which I can guarantee will finish 0-0. Maybe not guarantee, but I certainly feel like it's a decent shout for it to be a 0-0 thriller, because in United's last 6 games against this so-called top 6, I mean the top 6 is now got like 7 or 8 teams in it, but against the sides in the top 6, here's Mount's goal. Oh, nice. Was that per defending? Might have been. But in United's last 6 games against top 6, the aggregate score, bear in mind this is 6 games, is 1-0. 1-0 to the other teams. And if you include the Spurs game, it's 7-1. So United have a great record against the top 6. Almost as good as Newcastle's. So, fair enough. Interesting second half ahead, though. Put your predictions in the comments. I want to hear what you think this is going to finish. Put them in. Write them in now. Tell me what you think they're going to be. I'm going to say, based on that first half, obviously I predicted 1-0 Liverpool at the start of the game, which is now wrong, clearly. But I'm going to say that this is going to finish 2-1 Chelsea. I would say Wolves' record against the top 6 is better than United's. Look, I might be wrong. I don't know 100%, but might be worse. It almost as good as Wolves. Yes, Wolves is better. Yeah. Look at that. Liverpool XG 0.07. That's mad. That's pretty poor. Chelsea's have been 0.65, so decent enough. Caleb, 2-0 Chelsea. I mean, Timo already should have a goal, Caleb. I wouldn't be surprised if you woke up the baby with your shouting. Whatever that wasn't given. The key to raging as you're shouting at the baby as you're shouting at the baby. Not shouting at the baby, shouting while the baby's asleep. Sorry, I should really phrase that a lot better. um, that I still don't understand how that wasn't given. But here we are. Yeah, I think Chelsea will probably win this game. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Um, yeah, fair enough. Caleb, hope you're keeping well, mate, and I hope you and the kid and the baby are all keeping well and safe, and you're finding parenting okay. Um, but I'm sure this a win would bring a smile to your face. Um, nothing better than getting a big win. Nothing better than playing a game against United and Liverpool and not losing. And getting 4 points from those two games would be a decent turnover. So it actually would be decent enough from a Chelsea perspective. But I mean, Liverpool, I don't know. Anfield just seems to be like a cursed place for Liverpool. For Liverpool at the minute. Wolves lost 4-0 to West Ham, 7-2 on Atlanta City, and 4 to Liverpool. So just as good as United then. Yeah, yeah. 4-0 to West Ham. Do you know what? Look, I have no memory of that, but that is crazy. And you've only played West Ham once, I take it. Mad, mad stuff. Mane doing some sexy tricks, and then Kabak just forgets to control the ball. We've all done it. We've all forgotten to control the ball from time to time. Happens to the best of us. So Liverpool are clearly looking to attack a bit more already from the start. They've already shown a bit more intent. Yeah, Jimenez has been a big miss, look, hasn't he? I mean, that was a shocking injury. That was really, really grim. But how long ago was that injury? Now, was it the game against Arsenal? It was against Arsenal, wasn't it? It seems like quite a while ago now. I'm just glad he's okay, because that was the only other player who I can remember with a fractured skull was Petr Cech. He was able to play on, but I don't know if that was because he was a keeper and he wore a skull cap. Scrum cap, not skull cap. My English is all over the place since we're back. But thank you all for watching this other stream. Oh, Mane's Trent's on the ball, plays it in. Ooh, good defender from Chelsea. I'm thank you all for coming back. We've managed to sort the technical difficulties, and I appreciate every one of you sitting and watching and spending some time with me. And if you haven't already, why not hit the like button, because that really does help me out. The injury was the end of November. Flip, feels like ages ago. Well, I suppose that's what, just over 3 months ago. So yeah, it's been a while now. Ryan Mason had to retire. Oh yeah, right enough. Flip. Thank you all for being my encyclopedia. I've forgotten all this stuff. Do you know what that reminds me of? Like, do you remember? I can't remember his name now. Do you remember? You know what? This is going to be useless because I can't remember who he played for. I feel like he played for Arsenal. Was it against Everton? He broke his leg, but like you could see the bone. And Match of the Day were like wouldn't show it or something because of how graphic it was. Or am I making that up? I feel like that did happen. The scar is massive. Yeah. So what happened in that? Was it it was a collision of heads as well, wasn't it? And like it's crazy when you think about it. I remember playing Eduardo. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. That was a good long time ago as well. I feel like I might have been in primary school or early secondary school. But I played football for like 12, 13 years or something when I was younger. We had a game, and one of our strikers went in for 50-50. But as he went in, he sort of like relaxed his leg or didn't fully commit to the challenge, and basically shattered the bone in his leg, um, and had to get an ambulance down. What was pretty mental. That's like the scariest thing I've seen. Um, that's like pretty much the scariest thing I've seen like in person in terms of an injury. If Nuno had his way, Luis would have been assassinated after the Raul collision. Yeah, true. Can't argue with you on that one. Yeah. What way would have been assassinated? Why is the thumbnail me doing a dab? That is not the thumbnail that I agreed. Oh, that is awkward. That is really. Please tell me that's not actually what the thumbnail is. If you've clicked this video, it was a thumbnail me doing a dab because it was supposed to be me. It was supposed to be the one I had before. No, no, that's okay. I mean, it's clearly been saved awkwardly on my phone. Um, yeah, so we've played 5 minutes. We've played 5 minutes. Chelsea, Liverpool. It's sort of been feeling each other out again. Liverpool have been a bit more attacking. Chelsea probably happy enough for Liverpool to come and press them. But yeah, it's been an interesting half so far. I've had a few injuries. My worst was breaking your leg in 2 places. Oh, grim. Was that playing a sport then, Luke, or give me the full gruesome details? What happened? And has it permanently affected your leg? Like, do you have pins and stuff in it, or what's the crack? I know it isn't a dab. That's okay. My phone's just being silly then. Because whenever you set up a live stream on YouTube, you have to like get you to take a photo. But I knew I could like set the thumbnails whatever I wanted myself. Um, but on my phone it came up as the tab because I was just taking the mic because I knew I wasn't going to be using it as a thumbnail. Yeah, 6 minutes played. It could be a cagey second half, especially from Chelsea, who who'll be looking to keep their hold in the game. I'm pretty sure I have Chilwell on my fantasy team, so I actually wouldn't mind a clean sheet here. I've just realised. Apologies to all Liverpool fans. I know I've just offended you all as a collective. I was in primary school PE. Ooh, flip. 4 months to heal, 4 months in the cast. I see that as 4 months of sympathy and attention. No, that sounds pretty grim. The only bone I've broken in my body is my pinky finger, so I'm not nowhere near as exciting as I've got nowhere near an exciting story as that. And I broke my finger by hitting my finger off my friend's wrist in a game of what was called Swedish handball. And it honestly is the least exciting bone-breaking story of all time. But you've just heard it, and I'm sure that has enhanced your Thursday night. Chelsea just playing a bit of passing football in Liverpool's half, which is sort of what I expected Liverpool to do this half. So I'm interested about how high Chelsea are up the pitch. Obviously, from a Liverpool perspective, this is going to be a really disappointing result. Yeah, this is the thing. If Liverpool lose this game, and let's say they do lose 1-0, which is obviously what it is now, what you're looking at is a run at home where Liverpool have scored 1 goal. Oh, big chance. Oh, off the line. Off the line. Sorry, that was a Chelsea chance. Liverpool off the line. Flip me. Anyway, as I was saying, Liverpool haven't won a game at home in 2021. And they've only scored 1 goal. I think somebody, correct me if I am wrong in the chat, but I'm pretty sure they have. I'm pretty sure they've only scored 1 goal, and they've drawn 2, and they've lost 4. I think. Liverpool don't look interested. Sam, welcome. Hello. Hope you're well, mate. They don't look in. No, you're right. I mean, but is this controversial to say, Sam, that they haven't looked interested for the last couple of months? Chelsea are away here. Chelsea are away. Oh, it's a poor ball. Is that CH? That was poor. He could have done so much better there. That was second. That's the second time you broke that leg. Oh, Liverpool through. Oh, great defending there for Christensen. So this is getting a wee bit exciting. I think Mane was offside. Second time you broke your leg. You've broken your collarbone twice, your nose. You've cracked your head open. You've a burn in your left arm. Are you like in an action movie or something? What are you doing to yourself that's putting you through all these injuries? I don't understand. Like, I used to cry when I grazed my knee, do you know what I mean? So, Sam, I would love to hear Joshua Morris's comments on this game. I'm sure he's raging. Not raging, but disappointed anyway. 2021 not being good for Liverpool. I mean, that's an understatement of the year. Big names are performing out the crowds. I get that, but it's like, is that really? I don't mean is that an excuse, but like, he's right beside you. I'm assuming you both are living up in Belfast, then, Sam. Oh, is he ripping? Sam, is he ripping? Is he waiting to get the? Is he waiting to get the fingers out on Facebook and put up comment on my post or something? Start a debate. Some were accidents, some were wrong place, wrong time. Well, look, all I have to say to that is you hate to see it. Do you know what I mean? You truly do hate to see it. Hopefully, look, you can go through 2021 without a major injury. Does that sound like an achievable goal? Have I set a resolution for you for this year? Look, he hates Thiago. We had a brief discussion at the start of the stream, Sam. Well, the start of the first stream. This is obviously the second stream because the Wi-Fi didn't want to be my friend. But I was saying, is Thiago struggling because Van Dijk and Jordan Henderson aren't playing, and so therefore the system he was brought in to fit doesn't exist? Or is Thiago actually not that good a player and Bayern Munich made him look better? Or also, am I just totally wrong? Let me know. He thinks Phillips should be in centre back and Fabinho replaced Thiago in midfield. So I missed. So I don't have any sound on because you can hear the sound as well whenever I'm live, and I, due to copyright and stuff, I can't be playing the sound at the same time. But they did mention something about Phillips not playing. I can't remember what the reason was. That looks really silly, and that was a clever free kick from Liverpool. Sam, would you agree with me when I say that Trent has had a bit of a difficult season? Or is that even an understatement from me? He hasn't really had the best of times. Fun fact for those watching: me and Trent Alexander-Arnold have the exact same birthday, like down to the year, and so I'm sitting here in my living room with one of the worst haircuts of all time, and he's playing first team football for Liverpool and has already won the Champions League and Premier League. And the most I've won is a participation award for football. So, you know, two totally different trajectories there in terms of life, which is kind of sad. Your last bad injury was 2016. Oh, yeah, I'm scared of ice skating. Look, I won't lie to you. But here, at least you've gone like 5 years now without a major injury, so we're on the up. You know, hopefully they all don't come back at one go. Robertson's been the only consistent performer. Consistently bad? No, I'm joking. Sorry. That's so rude of me, so rude. Trent was one of the worst haircuts too. It's not that bad, is it? I don't know, I feel, maybe it is pretty bad. I mean, it can't be any worse than this. Like, this is just disgusting. So, like, this hasn't been cut in 3 months. We're getting close to the man bun stage, you know? Look at that hairline as well. This is the kind of content this is the content you come to see whenever you're on YouTube. You love football, but you're hopeless at it. Look, join the club. I love football. I love football. I played for ages, and the most backhanded compliment I got from the coaches was, "I've got a really good footballing brain, but my feet just don't do what I want to do in my head," which is like, oh, he can think well, but he can't play very well. So, you know, that's why I'm doing the page. That's why I'm doing the channel, because I love football and understand it. So, like, I feel like I understand it very well, and I just really enjoy doing this stuff. Especially these streams, it's nice and chill, and plenty of you are chatting, and it's really nice. Ice skating, you're good at. Well, that's fair enough. I think anyone who's good at ice skating deserves some sort of medal, because it's. I think people who can ice skate and things are really cool. That's not a pun. Well, there's no pun intended there. I'm not saying it's cool because of the ice. I'm making myself laugh here. Werner! Oh dear, that's pathetic. You think Robertson's been decent? Fair enough. Robertson is. Oh, Diogo Jota's coming on, and the Ox. Okay. Diogo Jota, you love to see it. He could be the spark that Liverpool need. Josh said Bayern made Thiago look good, but Sam, Josh just sounds like he's being salty to me. You know, he sounds like he's a bit disappointed, and you're unsure. You think that the midfield is built around Thiago? Yeah, maybe. I think Thiago's good in the system that he plays in. Oh, I've just dropped my mic. I just dropped my mic. ASMR. I'm having a nightmare here. I can't remember how to get this clip back on. Mo Salah's coming off, and he's absolutely raging. He's raging. It's Kevin De Bruyne, let me talk levels of raging. Mike Mayer. You only started liking football when you were 11. You're big into now, though, Luke, aren't you? Oh, big chance for Liverpool there. And you have a medal. What's your medal for? Being a, like, what was it, like Olympic gold or something? Yeah, so Thiago in the Liverpool team seems a bit lost. So, like, I feel like I was saying earlier, how long do you think it would take for him to give a thumbs up for a foul? Do you know, that seems to be like Thiago's standard thing. You know, he makes a foul, just gives the referee a thumbs up, and he moves on. So at the minute in this game, Chelsea look like the only team, or sorry, Liverpool look like the only team who are close to scoring. But there's still a good. We're only halfway through the second half. Wait, that's wrong. That's really wrong. We've only played 18 minutes. There's what, 27 to go, so we're not even halfway through yet. This game's been really, really good. I'm putting a smile on your faces, Sam. Well, I aim to please. I'm putting a smile on my own face, Sam. So as long as the three of us are happy, then you know I'm happy. Salah raging, absolutely raging. He just threw his shin pads down in frustration. Give him a yellow card. Yellow card. You got a bronze competition. You're in 2 years ago. Well, fair play, man. That's really cool. I feel like I've got a medal for anything. Not even. I don't know. I did win. I was, when I did get a gold. I did get a medal for um, winning a cup with my football team. Although, admittedly, it was the losers' cup. It was the shield, so it doesn't really count. Not really. Uh, so interesting there. Sam says Thiago makes too many fouls, but Thiago just got fouled there, so he's getting one back for the team. But I agree, Thiago does make too many fouls. Um, he he gets too many yellow cards. I'm in a draft for the fantasy, and I was really quick to sign Thiago, and I'm sort of regretting it because he doesn't really get many points because he doesn't he doesn't like get assists or goals or anything. He just passes a lot and stuff. Um, he breaks up the play too much as well. Yeah, it's probably fair. Um, I always thought it was a weird signing in the first place, but he was a big name, and when he because his first game actually, if I'm not mistaken, was the reverse fixture of this um, at Stamford Bridge, and I'm pretty sure Thiago like broke records for passing. Um, your school girls, I take this as football. You're talking about, look, got to the national finals once. Now you saying they got to the national finals makes me feel like they lost. Would I be correct? Only 7% progressive passing. Sam, that is an unbelievable stat. Do you want to take over the page? That's a fantastic stat. Um, so he likes to play backwards. Get Thiago in the rugby team. He'd do bits. If he loves playing the ball backwards, get him in that rugby team. Uh, they lost, look, or they won. They did lose or they did win. Be quite funny if they actually did. Chelsea down to 10 men when Thiago came on. Well, I mean, so sometimes when teams go down to 10 men, it's even more difficult, Sam. So, you know, I just remember everyone was going like, "Oh, Thiago's like the best player that's ever existed ever." Full stop. And I was like, "Well, you're not talking about me." You know, thought that was a bit unfair. Um, they lost. Oh, look, I'm actually upset about that, and I don't even know. I don't even know your school or the girls from your school, obviously. But that's a sad moment for all. Liverpool had a corner there, and it went straight into Mendy's hands, and that is another pet peeve of mine. I was talking on Saturday during the Newcastle Wolves game about how if a corner doesn't beat the first man, then uh, you should be like sacked or put in jail or something because it's a complete disgrace. But then I also said that if you commit a foul throw, you also deserve to be sacked. And then someone very well brought up the point that if you don't throw the ball to someone's feet, you should also get charged. And I have to agree with all those things. There's so many things to do my head in. Giving away unnecessary free kicks is a big one. Oh, good football here from Chelsea. They've absolutely ripped Liverpool apart here. Josh Morris raging. Chilwell's won the ball off Trent, crosses the ball into the box, but nobody's there. But earlier on, I got really annoyed about Chelsea disallowed goal because I was saying like if you're pointing somewhere and then that's counted as offside, it's a bit like I still don't understand how you've gained an advantage. Um, like whenever you point, you're not getting it. You're not gaining anything by pointing. You're just pointing at something. Thank you, Sam, for agreeing with me. I appreciate it. Did Kante handball? Where did Kante handball? I have no. I don't even know if I feel like I haven't been watching this game. When did Kante handball? And was it like a big incident? So I think because I don't have the commentary on, I sort of miss whenever big things happen. Like if I'm looking at the camera and chatting to you, I like maybe miss what's going on. But I have no from Trent. What did Trent cross the ball and then it hit Kante's hand? Is that what happened? I have no memory of that. Maybe I've blanked it. We're over halfway through the second half now. Chelsea got a free kick after. Well, maybe the system's just against Liverpool this season. Yes, look, I appreciate you just chilling, playing FIFA. You're winning on FIFA. Hope you're enjoying the chill stream. Um, this is only my second ever stream, and I won't lie to you, I was really pretty nervous before this one, because you're trying to think of things to say for 2 and a bit hours, or you're hoping the Wi-Fi won't like decide to hit you. Which the Wi-Fi has decided to hit me tonight, so that's just annoying. Um, and but I've really enjoyed doing it. I am going to make this a weekly thing. And I'll not be doing one this weekend because I'll not be doing one this weekend because the Saturday games are pretty poor, and then the only games on Sunday worth streaming are Newcastle West Brom, but that's a biased one for me, and that's also at 12 o'clock. No one's going to be watching that. And then Man United play Man City at 4:30 on Sunday, but that's got 0-0 written all over it, and I would like to watch a game where I don't feel like it's a waste of my time. So that's why I'm doing this one. Should be back the week after, and also during the international break, I'll be streaming the Northern Ireland games probably. So because obviously being Northern Irish is it's where my interests at. Oh, look, thank you for the feedback. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. I'm just sort of chilling and enjoying it and chatting to you guys. It's pretty cool. Curtis Jones or Chamberlain? Um, I think I actually thought Curtis Jones was doing a decent job, Sam. To be fair, I know what you mean by him not being sharp enough, but like I actually feel like Curtis Jones has done pretty well. Here's what, Sam. I would say that Curtis Jones had a better time of it than Firmino. I think Firmino's been shocking, like really poor, and I'm surprised that when they brought Jota on, they didn't bring Firmino off. But I also suppose that Salah did less than me during this game, and I'm not playing. Um, you know, I've done more sitting in my room and down here during this game than Salah did. So I mean, that's just you can take or leave that opinion. The Saturday games are going to be poor. Yeah, the Saturday games will be mental now. Yeah, you know what? Look, it's going to be something like Arsenal maybe play Burnley or something. I can't remember. Or let's say Arsenal are playing on Saturday. I think they might be. And I'm looking at that game going, that'll be rubbish. And then it'll be like 5-4, and Aubameyang will score a hat trick, and Burnley will have 2 own goals, and it'll be like an unbelievable game, and everyone will be so hyped about it. And I'll be sitting sad because I didn't stream it. Yeah, that is always the way. Curtis hasn't put a foot wrong, true, but also, like you say, he hasn't done anything special. He did score against Sheffield. I mean, from a Newcastle perspective, that is a pretty special thing to do because we couldn't do it. So, I know he hasn't done anything like that's going to light up the league, but like he hasn't. He's been consistently fine, like a consistent 7 out of 10. Actually, I'm gonna go up his average for you now, Sam. Let me tell you what his average score is according to SofaScore.com, which is your number one, which should be your number one destination for live football stats. Not sponsored. Let me just see here. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll get you to do a prediction. Right. What do you think, out of 10, Curtis Jones was rated for this game? Like, Curtis Jones is off now, so his rating can't change. But what do you think he was rated for this game? And all the scores are based on stats. So, like, Thiago usually does okay because he gets a lot of passes, and that's pretty good. Like, from a stats point of view, that's a good thing. Does Josh... So, Josh says 6. I'm going to give Josh a second chance and say the ratings are given to one decimal place. See, like Sam said 6.2. So is Josh saying 6.0? You're a lover of the Ox. I mean, the Ox has got a pretty good highlight reel, doesn't he? So like that, he's decent enough in that department. Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you that according to SofaScore.com, hashtag not sponsored, that he has that Curtis Jones has a score for today's game of 6.8, and he averages between 6.7 and 7.4 per game. So there's no way. Oh my! There's no way you put that in just before I said it, Sam. That is mad. Look, you can't give stats. What about FIFA stats? Are you playing Ultimate Team, Luke, or are you playing career mode, or what are you playing? Werner. Oh, good save from Ali Hon. Good save. Sam, I bet you looked up sofascore.com, hashtag not sponsored, in order to get that answer. Probably cheating. Wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't shock me. You're a career mode guy, so of course it's the long or lens career mode. Of course it is. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. I hope you're winning the league. If you're not winning the league, then what's the point, Luke? Helps it. Sam, I bet you Josh had SofaScore up on his phone, and then he was just saying to you, "Oh, Sam, it's 6.8. I'm gutted. I was so wrong." And you were like, "Okay, let me put it in as a guess, just to look really cool." For those of you watching, obviously like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Look, I don't know if you have done this yet, but if you go in the description, look, there's the links to all of my social media pages, so Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, if you want to follow them and get involved. But also, there's a new thing that I have, which is it's like an affiliate thing. So, there's a really cool Chrome extension called TubeBuddy, which, like, if you go on YouTube, it like shows you analytics of channels and things. But basically, if you click my link that's in the description and you install the extension, it's like honey. It's completely free, and like it doesn't do anything. Then that really helps me out as a channel. Because now I'm like affiliated with them, and when eventually if 50 people were to use my link, then I would get like one of their premium things, which would really help me out then to analyze how to improve videos and stuff. So if you want to help me improve the channel, if you just click that link that's in the description, it only works if you use Chrome. So if you use Google Chrome and you hit that link in the description and install that like extension, then that really helps me out. True, look, it is the French league, so you only have to worry about PSG. Milner scores, we can't lose. I mean, Milner is a Newcastle legend, to be fair, and a Villa legend, and who else did he play for? Did he play for Man City as well? Never lost a game as professional career that he has scored in. Sam, or why are you not running this page? You've got more stats than I do. You're showing me up here, and it's not fair. Josh, just don't worry about it, man. It's all okay. I appreciate you gracing me with your comments. I'm not gonna put up a full report, Josh, on Facebook. I'm gonna put up like a full time 1-0, like 1-0. Give me your thoughts in the comments. But your job is to go and give me your full detailed opinion and then start arguing with other people. And here's the thing, Josh. You see, whenever these discussions start on the Facebook pages, that actually really helps me out. Uh, I'm not going to lie to you, it really does. Like all these comments really help me out. So, I whenever I see those comments, I sort of go, "Oh, you'd love to see it." It does make my day. Oh, that stats only for Liverpool. Oh, only Liverpool stats. You mean, Sam? I mean, you could be my Liverpool correspondent. Um, because I do the rugby posts on the Facebook page aren't actually me writing them. Um, so they're Jack, my friend Jack, writes them, but they're really good. I followed your Insta. Thank you. My Twitter didn't exist unless the link's broken. Twitter's just Stato at StattoJoe. Look, you could be the 70th follower, which would be lucky. Hello, Sam, in capital letters. I hope you're well. I hope that life is treating you finely. Oh, there was a foul there, I think. I always love being greeted in capital letters. It makes me feel loved. It's like you want my attention, and am I missing Calvin? Um, Missing Calvin is kind of relative, Like missing would imply that I have strong emotions about missing Calvin, but it's like the pain's just there. I'm sort of used to it, so um, like I don't miss him too much. Wait, I'm just realizing, are you three all in the same house? Are you Josh and Sam all in the same? I've just realized that the three of you are all in the same house, right? There's 8 minutes to go. 1-0 Chelsea still, and Liverpool need to press for a goal. Am I going to live with you next year, Sam? I told you I can't commit yet. I can't believe we're having these personal discussions live on YouTube. What if people find out about everything? I can't commit to anything yet. I already said this because I'm still looking for a job, and there's this thing that's not allowed to be chatted about on YouTube that's sort of taken over the world, which means that there's less jobs about. And so, unless I get a job, I can't commit to anything. So at the minute, it's probably not. You know. Um, Look, I appreciate you. Your follower number 70. Welcome, welcome to the clan. Um, I put up a post yesterday for all the Northern Irish people. I put up a post yesterday about the mighty Glentoran, and I shared it into like a Glentoran like page group thing. Did absolute bits. You got to know your audience. The Facebook's doing really well. I've been really surprised with Facebook because there's like 200. I think we're pretty close to 270 followers on the Facebook page, which is kind of nuts because it only started 2 months ago. So yeah, I'm loving all this stuff. Have you ever seen a season with more foul throws? I haven't, and that includes junior football, where there's only a foul through every game. Um, I feel like I feel I feel like I don't know. I wonder have they like put more pressure on the foul through rule? Probably. I feel like they have. Um, Look, you're probably right. Everybody probably here is from Northern Ireland. I mean, I like a lot. I know. I try to do a lot of Premier League stuff on the page, but I'll warn you in advance. Whenever it comes to the international break, oh no, when it comes to international break, I'll be covering Northern Ireland stuff just because I've got bigger expertise in that stuff, and also England always wins. So what's the point? Oh, there's a big chance. Oh, it's a bit ropey at the back. Crossing the box, and straight at the keeper. Oh, that was a big chance. That was a big chance. But look, I feel like if you were to like try to take sides between Northern and Birmingham, it would be 5v1. I feel like that's true. Liverpool trying to walk the ball to that. I feel like Liverpool have been unable to do anything else but walk the ball into that because they're even watching this game, right? I know Chelsea are really, really solid defensively, but Liverpool's creativity is just non-existent. It's kind of really strange to watch. Like, they have no answers. And I said it time and time again. Teams know they can sit back against Liverpool, and Liverpool have absolutely no idea what to do. You know? The only teams Liverpool are guaranteed to win against. The only team Liverpool do well against are Newcastle. Let's talk about Chelsea. What have they done well? Sam, that sounds like a very sharp question. It sounds like you're a bit annoyed. Here's what I'm going to say. Chelsea have been very good defensively. When Chelsea go on the break, they look threatening. But apart from that, Chelsea are also a very boring side. Not very creative. Don't really look much. The one thing that Chelsea do well is this high press. They press quite well. But like uh, the United and the United game, they just defended. Even in the game against Barnsley in the FA Cup, they just defended. It's a bit like watching a Mourinho team, a bit. But I did say like at the start of the game that I thought Liverpool would win 1-0. I thought Liverpool would win 1-0. But I also said that it would be 1-0 either way or 0-0, which is sort of my prediction. As I know, yes, half your family is Northern Irish, and you've only visited twice. Have you been when you've come over? Look, have you done like any of the sites or anything, or has it just been to see family? Like, has there been any like? Have you been to, like any of the main sites or anything, or has it just been? Has it just been to see family and stuff? Saying to Josh, if I could speak English. Saying to Josh, they are closing passing lanes in midfield so tightly that Liverpool don't have space. Yeah, that's true. There's Kovacic asking Mane to hit him, which is quite a good tactic to get someone sent off. Look at that shove for Rudiger. You love to see it. Oh, no. Right. That's a booking, right? He just kicked the ball directly in his face. But Sam, do you think a lot of teams do that against Liverpool now? And Liverpool only? Like, Liverpool seem to really struggle with nothing. Like, no space. Like, a lot of teams seem to find that one thing, but like Liverpool look really like unsure of themselves whenever they're not the team in control. And like we've seen so many times since January, right? The Southampton game. Oh, Allison. Oh, flip me. We've seen so many times. So Southampton scored early on. They sat back. I feel like another team did that recently at Anfield. No, it was Everton. Everton sat back because Everton scored really early on, and then they sat back. Um, Everton then sat back and then won the game. I feel like Brighton did a lot of sitting back. Burnley definitely did a lot of sitting back because they do that every single game they play. And in this game, Chelsea did a lot of sitting back. So that's their 5 losses. And how it works is that the teams just sit back and then get Liverpool in the counter. It isn't that hard, and I'm not like a managerial genius. Even I can see that. Do you know what I mean? There's a clear trend and pattern in what's going on. Um, even in this game, and this game's actually been very good. I've actually really enjoyed this game. But even in this game, Chelsea have done a lot of sitting back, but Liverpool have nothing for them. They've nothing. You went Giants Causeway and Carrick Road Bridge. Nice. I've actually never been to Carrick Road Bridge. I've been to the Causeway, but I've never been to the Road Bridge. Shame on me, I guess. You haven't been to the beauty of them all, Scrabble Tower. That truly is one of Northern Ireland's greatest sites. Look, if you ever come over again, make sure to go to Scrabble Tower because that's an elite level site for you to go to. Since Van Dijk and Gomez were injured, Liverpool look scared to be creative in case they lose the ball because they're afraid they will concede. Do you think that's mad though, Sam? That losing a player or 2 players has resulted in them being so worried in how they do? Like, I find that crazy. I really do. Like, like this Liverpool team, which, decent ball in there from Trent. This Liverpool team who have loads of stars in it, but they're almost so reliant on one player. That like they get scared. It's kind of crazy, but like no insufficient backup centre backs. But Sam Ozan Kabak is like Ballon d'Or worthy already. You know, no. I feel for Kabak. He's been sort of cut out a wee bit, hasn't he? Just with his lack of experience. But like he's only 20. He's younger than us. So. Do you think, as Liverpool fans, you just need to get through this period of like disappointing results and not doing very well? And like, do you think you just need to get through this season and then start again next season? I find the patience of Liverpool fans really admirable. Like, you don't see many angry Liverpool fans. Like they seem to understand the situation. It's a complete contrast to Newcastle. The fan base are always annoyed, probably rightly so at times, but they don't help things because like they just there's been this whole thing about Steve Bruce and like a civil war in Newcastle. But it's been pretty admirable the way Liverpool fans sort of react to things. Centre back decides if you are league contenders or not. Yeah, you know what, Josh? That's a fair point. There's no decent set of centre backs apart from City's at the minute. Hey Matthew, hope you're well, man. Hope you're good. We're nearly finished the game. Chelsea are beating Liverpool 1-0. We've had a good old time, just a good wee chat, just a chill. I'll probably stay on for 15 minutes after the game and chat to you all, and then I have a post for Josh to get angry about on Facebook. So I need to get that up ASAP. And that's full time, guys. Chelsea beat Liverpool 1-0. Liverpool have still only scored 1 goal at home and haven't won in 2021. You aren't scared of things like that, but for some reason you're terrified of Carrick. Yeah, I've heard that it's quite a difficult experience, Carrick Reed, just because it's over the water and things, and also the road bridge apparently feels like it's going to break at any second. Um, Need to push through, yeah, 100%. And Europe's going to be Liverpool's focus, right? Beating Leipzig 2-0, great result. That puts you in a really good position for. Is it next week? Is it next week? Maybe. Hopefully, that will be their first home win of 2021. Oh wait, maybe they have one at home, but not in the league. Correct. Can you? You're Liverpool fans, you'll know this. Did Liverpool win at home? Was the Aston Villa game? No, it wasn't at home. So Liverpool not won a single game at home yet this year, this calendar year. Liverpool aren't up for every game. Focus on Champions League and get players up for it because lower league games without fans aren't up for it. Yeah, see, I see this argument, Josh, but it's like everybody is playing games without fans. So, like, is that really an excuse? Look at City. You know, they're up for it and they don't have any fans. Haven't won at home in the league in 2021. Have they won? What game did they win at home that wasn't in the league? Have they won a game in the FA? Was the game against Aston Villa in the FA Cup at home? I have no idea. That's I'm exposing myself here to a lack of knowledge. City playing the empty. I suppose City are just empty stadiums. I suppose they are. It was in Villa Park, so they don't have a home. So they actually haven't won any games at home. But maybe they've only played Premier League games at home this season, or sorry, 2021. So what does this do then for the league table? Let me have a look on #NotSponsored SofaScore.com, and I will tell you what this has done to the league table. Chelsea have gone up to 4th with 47 points. Everton and West Ham both have a game in hand. Everton on 46, West Ham on 45, and Liverpool are in 7th with 43 points and have the second worst form in the league in the last 5 games. I'm not joking. The second worst form in the league in the last 5 games. I think Southampton are the only team that have done worse. Southampton 4 losses and a draw. Liverpool 4 losses and a win. Wolves 2 wins, 2 draws and a loss. Sheffield United 4 losses and a win. West Brom 2 losses, 2 draws and a win. Fulham 2 wins, 2 draws and a loss. Newcastle 3 losses, 1 win and a draw. Yeah, so Liverpool are Liverpool are 18th/19th in terms of form last 5 games. I'm actually curious, what would be your local Northern Irish team? So look, this is kind of interesting, right? From an English perspective. First of all, let me point out that the Northern Irish League is like not even League 1 or League 2 standard. Like, it's worse than that. And it's not all of our teams are professional. So some of them are semi-professional. It's like most of the players have jobs and then sort of get paid like half fees, or not half fees, but they don't get paid a lot for playing. But some of our clubs now have become, a lot of our clubs are starting to become professional. So I support Glentoran, who are based in Belfast. My local club would have been Ards, because they're based in where I'm from, but they're like in the Championship. So I support Glentoran, who I was telling you to look up. Look, I'm serious. Look up Glentoran's kit because it's very similar to Venice's, green, red, and black. And then the big rivalry is between them and Linfield. And Linfield Stadium is literally just outside my house. It's where Northern Ireland play as well. And usually Linfield or Crusaders, they're called, or Cliftonville in the league. But our league's got 12 teams. Everybody plays each other 3 times. Then they split like half and half. So then the top 6 play each other again, and the bottom 6 play each other again. It's a bit like the Scottish League, but the standard's rubbish. Like, it's so bad. Liverpool failing to beat Liverpool failing to beat Fulham on Sunday will say goodbye to top 4. Well, Josh, I desperately need you to beat Fulham on Sunday. Like, can you phone Liverpool up and get them to beat Fulham for me, please? Because the more Fulham lose, the better it is for Newcastle. So I need you to keep winning. I need you for Fulham to lose. Big up for today. No new injuries. Sam, you love to see it. No new injuries. Everybody's fine. Diogo Jota came back. At least he got a bit of game time. Positives. And all three away teams won 1-0. Yeah, I was thinking that at half time, actually, that all three away teams were at 1-0. That'll be a really good start for the end of the season if there's more away wins and home wins. That will be like, I think, maybe the first time ever. So, right, I want to look up something else. If you're still here and you're still wanting to chat, there's something else I want to look up because I feel like there's a stat coming up soon again about Liverpool and the results. Home matches for Liverpool. Liverpool have lost, haven't scored again, and back-to-back consecutive home games. So I remember the big stat before was that Liverpool, the last time Liverpool failed to score in 3 consecutive home games or 3 consecutive Premier League games was 19 something. But actually, just realised that they scored 2 against Sheffield United. But Sam / Josh / any Liverpool fans here, how are you feeling now after that game? Obviously, Josh, save most of your comments for Facebook because you're going to help drive the engagement there. But I would love to hear your thoughts. Linfield, Cliftonville, and Crusaders. Well, look, if you wanna stay on my good side, you'll learn to hate. You will learn to hate Linfield. That's just how it is. Yeah, Derry City are in the League of Ireland because they're too good. Because they're too good for the Northern Ireland League. Genuinely, that's the reason why they're in that league. So, yeah, Derry are in the League of Ireland because they're professional and they would wipe the floor with Northern Ireland teams every week. So that's part of the reason. But yeah, you're not missing out by not watching any of the Irish League. I'll tell you that for a fact. Look, it's it is not entertaining. I mean, it's okay. Ticket prices are cheap, so then when you go to a game, you know what you're paying for. Watching Liverpool right now, they nearly look like they feel sorry for themselves. Yeah, I suppose they do, in a way. Do you know what I've noticed this season, which has been worrying, is that Klopp does a lot of whining in interviews and complaining and blaming everything. It's quite a negative atmosphere, isn't it, to watch? Yeah, not a good run of form, but hopefully Jota brings a bit more energy. Yeah. Look, there's no two ways about it. It's been pretty awful from a Liverpool perspective. But I think Jota coming back brings this option of you don't have to play Firmino or Salah if they're not playing well. As I said earlier, Salah was absent. It was like Liverpool were playing for 10 men for the majority of the game. But yeah. So that's that then. That's an interesting game. Chelsea winning 1-0 was not what I expected. Definitely not. But here we are. Chelsea looking like they're doing bits under Tuchel. It's hard to know if they would have done as well with Lampard. It's hard to know these things. So pretty decent result for Chelsea. A really interesting series on YouTube is Gunshots and Goalposts by TV Football. Oh my, I hear that does sound like quite interesting. I'd maybe have to have that a watch look. Thank you for letting me know. That would be something really interesting, actually. Because I actually don't know much about football during the Troubles. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. Sam, I appreciate you sticking, and I appreciate you sticking the bell on that. You know, at least you'll get notified every time I go live. Probably next weekend, or maybe a Champions League game. Maybe. Actually, maybe I could do a Champions League game. Might be there. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up now, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And thank you, my Wi-Fi, for sorting itself out and letting me do this for the second half. I'm going to go and post on Facebook. Give it a like, please. Josh, comment your anger. You know, comment the anger. Get a debate going. And look, it's been really cool having you here. Hope you come back again for future streams. You know, welcome. You're always welcome to all the streams, and thank you for all your contributions. Sam and Luke and Josh, it's been really helpful to have your conversation so that I can sort of chat away to you all and you know, just have a chat during the game and things. But no, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I've had a really good time. So that'll do me now. And I'll be putting up a video tomorrow about last week's Six Nations games. So if rugby's your thing, make sure and watch that. You know, and if you're not subscribed, you know, obviously subscribe, like this video, you know, do all the things, help me out. And there's that affiliate link in my description if you've got Chrome that you can use. And that'll really help me out. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. And I will see you next week in a future stream. Cheers, guys.